Hi guys, today's video is about my favorite signature scents in my collection. In short, these are the kind of fragrances that I wouldn't mind using every day, and I want people to remember me with these scents. I wouldn't say that this is like my top 5 for life. However, I'm gonna categorize it as like my favorite scent to smell on myself. Hence, I'm calling it my favorite signature scents out of almost 300 perfume bottles that I have. And also, like considering the amount of fragrances that I have tried all these years. This to me will be like something that I may call like Joanna scent. By the way, if you're new here, my name is Joanna and I do reviews and recommendations of affordable and luxury fragrances in my channel. Now, if that sounds interesting to you, then please do keep watching and maybe consider subscribing. Let me start off with a perfume that just screams like my name, and this is Angel Muse. I have featured this several times in my channel, so I know you might be sick and tired of me talking about it, but it's just that it is my favorite designer fragrance, period. This is just the most beautiful, sexy, and elegant designer fragrance, in my opinion. This has a perfect pink pepper, grapefruit, and hazelnut combo that is just intoxicating for me. It is heavy as well in patchouli. However, it is like a chocolatey type of patchouli, and the way it is blended with the hazelnut cocoa spread note in here is just perfect. This to me just smells fun, sexy, and elegant all at the same time. Sadly, this fragrance is discontinued, but I will forever recommend this to anyone who is looking for that gourmand but like grown version kind of gourmand. It is not a straight up Nutella vibes. I love the pink pepper in here, the juiciness of grapefruit. It is just perfectly blended with the gourmand vibes that is coming from the hazelnut in here. Highly recommend it. I wouldn't mind spraying this over and over again, and I would love to be remembered with this scent. Yeah, that is Angel Muse. Next up is my newest discovery out of the 5 perfumes that I'm talking about in today's video, and this is by Carner Barcelona, Revolucion. And you guys, I talked about this fragrance since I received it in PR. This just speaks to me. This is that addictive, ozonic, saffron, leather, and violet leaf combo. It smells quiet luxury to me. If you are into ozonic notes, you will definitely love this one. And if you are not into ozonic notes, you might like this fragrance as well, because I am normally not the biggest fan of ozonic notes, but I just love how it is done in here. The leather here is very soft and just enough to be striking. The saffron and violet leaf is definitely prominent with this one. It is very light and airy at the same time. I feel like this will be perfect for summer, spring, winter, and fall. It has an orange blossom note. However, I don't really get that. It has a thyme note, and I think that's the one that made this perfume special, because I haven't smelled anything like this. Like, come on, saffron, leather, and violet is quite like a good combo. Like, I know a lot of perfumes using those 3 notes, and it creates like a magical vibe. Then the difference about Revolution is that it is ozonic. I just feel like my luxurious self every time I'm spraying this fragrance. I really love it. Might be my favorite from Carner Barcelona. Definitely giving me a chic Mediterranean vibe. Highly recommend for ozonic note lovers and leather haters, as the leather in here is very, very smooth. Revolucion by Carner, Barcelona. By the way, this fragrance lasts for a long time on the skin. However, it doesn't project beastly. But you know, I love it because of that. It is something that is just perfect to give you that scent bubble that you needed the entire day that you're wearing it. Let's say it lasts around 4 to 6 hours on my skin and it stays longer on clothes. Next up is by Ormonde, and this is called Levant. I think this is something very personal to me now, because the time that I received this fragrance, I just gave birth, and every time I smell this fragrance, I always remember that moment. And it doesn't mean that this perfume smells like motherly. It is just that it is giving me that memory of me just giving birth and loving this fragrance. This to me is very orangey, citrusy, and at the same time floral. But the kind of floral that is in here is like an airy floral. Peony, lily of the valley, jasmine. It has orange blossom as well. However, it's not really striking my nose. To me, the notes that are prominent in here are peony and oranges. Yeah, that's how it mainly smells like to me, with a heavy dose of musk and cedar. I just love this fragrance, and I've used this scent actually several times during special occasions when I am with my kids, because I just feel like myself when I use this fragrance. And yeah, having said that, I will want to be remembered with this scent. When it comes to longevity and projection, this stays for a very long time. Last month, I used this as my scent of the day during my kid's birthday party, and I'm telling you guys, it lasted the whole day, and I was catching whiffs of this fragrance the entire day, in spite of all the movements that I made that day. So yeah, highly recommend this. I love this fragrance, Levant by Ormonde. Next up is one of my favorite sandalwood fragrances in my collection, and this is called Santal Vanille by the Seven Virtues. I don't know, there's something about this fragrance that is just speaking to me. I wouldn't mind dousing myself with this fragrance. This has 3 of my favorite notes in fragrance: sandalwood, vanilla, and coconut milk. And to me, it's just perfect. This is like the perfect combo of those 3. There is something in here that to me smells like happiness and contentment in life. Yeah, I know that sounds deep, but yeah, that's just how I feel about this fragrance. It really speaks to me, and I featured this several times as well in my channel. This is my favorite from the Seven Virtues, and I featured this as one of my favorite sandalwood fragrances as well in my collection. It is so good. I definitely feel like myself when I wear this fragrance, and I wouldn't mind using this fragrance all seasons, because the fact that it has coconut milk in it, it is good to use in spring and summertime. But then with the combo of spicy cardamom in here and the sandalwood, it is perfect as well during fall and winter time. When it comes to longevity and projection, I must say that this one is quite good, lasts around 6 to 8 hours with moderate projection. I love this fragrance, Santal Vanille by the Seven Virtues. And the last fragrance is my favorite scent of all time, and this is Angelique Noire. You guys, this is very unique, even though it has the prominent vanilla in it, but the kind of vanilla in here is very green, and it is very peppery as well because of the pink pepper note. The Angelica that is in here gave the greenness that is just hard to describe. This is heavy in vanilla, and the kind of vanilla that is in here is like that classic Guerlain vanilla that is half green, half sweet. This to me smells like quiet luxury as well. This to me is the smell of a well-accomplished woman. Yeah, probably like the woman that I aspire to be. So I really, really love this fragrance. Like, I will prefer this over Spirituous Double Vanille 10 times because it speaks to me more and it is very unique. I haven't smelled anything like this. This is my favorite perfume, like, of all time so far. I will always have this in my collection, and I wouldn't mind to be remembered with this scent. Angelique Noire by Guerlain. So that is my video for today, guys. Those are my favorite signature scents from my perfume collection. And recently I made a perfume recommendation for everyday scent that cost under $100. If you haven't watched that one, I'm gonna link it down below. Thank you so much for watching, and see you on my next one. Bye, guys.